Joanna Canals and Paula Haddock.
Happy Friday, and thanks for watching Colorado's Best. I'm Joanna Canals. Each week, we're joined by Colorado's best attorney, Phil Harding, and today we're going to go over some inside information that you use with your clients that makes the insurance companies pay 3, 4, or 5 times more in a settlement. Is that the case, Phil?
That's exactly what's going to happen. And in 5 minutes, I'm going to try to compress an entire case. And let's talk about the other side's insurance company. First of all, don't trust them, right? There's a law that says they can't call you within 15 days, but they do anyway. And remember, they write one check and only one check at the very end. So they're going to call you up and they're going to say, we've accepted liability, and this is whether you're in a car accident or hurt on the property of another. Will you please send us your medical bills? And you think that they pay your medical bills. They don't. And here's the reason why they want you to send your medical bills. It's this fancy attorney words called the collateral source doctrine. And essentially what it says, if a collateral source like health insurance, Medicaid, Medicare reduces how much is paid, and we all know about that, right? You twist your ankle, you go to the emergency room, they bill your health insurance like $5 grand, and your health insurance says, no, we only pay $800. So we've always seen that. Let's look at this. This is a real EOB from a real client, and we're going to talk about this. All right, so here we go. This EOB right now, client went to Swedish, and the bill is $29,000. They said, we get a discount of $20,803. You see that kind of right in the middle, and the amount that they said is covered by the plan is $8,500. So let me show you what we do. When the other side asks for your medical bills, do not send it to them. If you are going to send it to them, I want you to send it redacted, and this is what it's going to look like. So come back to me if you can, and right here's the EOB.
That's the one we just saw.
The one you just saw. You would send over to them where it's all redacted. You only show the $29,000 because they're not entitled to see anything else. The reason why you got that reduction is because you've been paying for health insurance, Medicaid or Medicare, not the person that ran into you. So don't believe the other side. Don't send that to them.
Be very skeptical.
Yep.
And that's a huge savings. I mean, if you do that one thing.
Over 20 grand. Right,
wow.
Right there.
All right, what's next?
All right, so let's talk about the other thing. At the end, when you have, when you've gone through all your treatments, your health insurance, Medicaid or Medicare comes back and says, we want to get paid back, the amount that we paid. And in that scenario, they'll send you a ledger. And let's look at this ledger and we can kind of go over it. So you see this, it says that there are 23 claims. The amount paid was $47,000, but the amount that the health insurance or Medicaid wants to get paid back is $8,500. Now with that $8,500, you can reduce it more, but again, you would only send to the other side that $47,000, and the amount that you might have to pay back through subrogation, right, those big attorney words, is $8,500. And I'm going to talk to you more about how to reduce that $8,500. And here's the reason why. There's this other law called Colorado's Make Whole Law, and it says if you hire an attorney, then whoever wants their money back has to reduce it by the same percentage. And so generally, attorneys are hired on a contingency fee like a third. So on that $8,500, if you have health insurance, then you can go to health insurance and say, I don't have to pay you back $8,500, but I want it reduced down a third, which would take it to $4,700. I'm sorry, $5,700. So why don't we look at and try to draw this all together and look at this case. So essentially there's $47,000, right, of the medical bills. And this is just on medical bills. The paid amount is the $8,500. You get that reduced down to $5,700. Now here's one other key that you never know. If you have on your car MedPay, and generally everyone has it, at least $5,000, you don't have to pay back. You don't have to subrogate. So you can say that, take that $5,000 and pay back your health insurance. So really the amount that you have to pay back in a settlement is maybe $700, but the amount you get for medical bills alone is $47,000. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. And we've talked about MedPay a lot. You have to kind of check and see if you have it, and if not, add it.
Well, Colorado feels so strongly about MedPay and this thing called uninsured, underinsured, that you automatically get it. It's on every car insurance that's written, unless you sign a waiver that says, I don't want it. So I have a lot of clients afterwards that say, I told my agent I don't want MedPay. Doesn't matter. You have to have signed a waiver. And if you don't, then you automatically get that $5,000 of med pay. And I know this is a lot of information to come at everyone, but just remember, number one, don't believe the other side. Number two, if you send them medical bills, they're not going to pay them. So watch out for that.
All right, Phil, thank you so much for that information. And if you have a question for our legal expert, go to kdvr.com and click on Colorado's Best. You're going to see Phil Harding's photo on the right. Just click there, send him your questions, and he will answer each one personally and confidentially. And to reach Harding and Associates directly, call 303-762-9500. You can also get a free consultation anytime, and you can find him online at hlaw.com. Much more to come on Colorado's Best, including